What exactly is this? It's about you being part of a community of strong caregivers who work together to get their life back together again, realizing that there is a life they can love while caregiving. And let's show you how. Exhaustion and worry. Nancy came into my office the other day concerned because her husband had had a stroke and he was still driving. He had no business driving, she said. He was going to get himself killed. And with tears rolling down her cheeks, she said, "My biggest worry is, how will I pay for his funeral?" She was absolutely exhausted with worry about the finances. I gave her several solutions. I also knew there were many more, and if time had allowed, I would have sat with her for hours and given her as much information as Caregiver Haven offers so many. This was actually a pretty simple solution to fix. Guilt and heartbreak. Mary called me when her husband was diagnosed with a terminal disease. She didn't know what the diagnosis meant and what all the treatments would be. She needed someone to walk her through it. And she was feeling guilty because she wanted her life back. And all she heard from his doctor was, "Well, let's wait and see how this turns out." She was tired of waiting. We got both Mary and her husband better care and less or no guilt. Anger and frustration. Marlene told us that she and her husband were not getting along so well anymore because her parents wouldn't move out of their home of 50 years, and their only stipulation was they would move if they could move in with Marlene and her husband. But Marlene and her husband had just finished raising their children, and these were the years that they were going to spend together, and now they were taking on her parents? We showed Marlene that she could have a wonderful marriage and do the things that she and her husband had planned while caregiving. We had solutions. Defeat and loneliness. Linda came in one day and she was at her wit's end because her husband's personality had changed and she didn't know who this man was anymore. And she felt rejected and she was lonely. And she was scared because she was in a marriage with a man she didn't know, and she felt she didn't have any choices. Well, we gave Linda many choices and the freedom to find what works best for her and the knowledge to know she could make new choices as time changed. So you don't have to go at this alone. You're with friends. This is how caregiving came all about. It's being with friends, and kindness cares, and we help one another through this journey. But we are not just caregivers who are struggling. We're actually caregivers who are living the life we love while caregiving. We're out with our friends, we're socializing, we're laughing, we're doing fun things, and we're keeping a balance with the one we love. Caregiver Haven shows you how to do both. Maybe now that your kids have grown and they have families of their own, or maybe even haven't started their families yet, you want time to laugh with your adult kids and see them for who they have grown to be. You don't want your conversations to be about your struggles. You don't want caregiving struggles. And maybe, just maybe, you just want to be with her and not have to caregive. Maybe just enjoy her company. Maybe just have your children or grandchildren enjoy her too. And build those memories of who this person was and is, and have everyone in your family remember her. Maybe you just want to spend time with your partner. After all, you committed to spend a life together, and you've raised your children, you've finished your careers, and now you're ready to go out and explore the world. The only thing that should ever hold you back is maybe the COVID this year. It shouldn't be the person who needs your help. But what about the promises you made to your spouse? What about all the places you were going to go and the things you were going to do and what you saved up for? We helped Debbie find this balance, and we'll help you too. And maybe, just maybe, you want some time with yourself to appreciate yourself and to show gratitude and think about all the good things you have in your life. Caregiving is truly about taking care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And that means living the life you love. We'll show you how. I'm Suzanne Fasella. I'm a physician assistant, but I'm also a board-certified patient advocate. For 14 years, I have been helping patients and their caregivers get through one burnout, worry, or crisis after another. And I have taught caregivers how to hold their own and stay energized, balanced, and free. As a professional advocate, I charge over $200 an hour. I have left families always prepared to deal with the future in caregiving, what to do better, and how to stay ahead of their loved one's decline. I decided years ago to teach a course on patient advocacy, but realized that courses are short. Not everybody has time to take a course, and not everyone has the same crisis at the same time. So a course doesn't really travel the caregiving journey with us, but a subscription does. A subscription gives month in and month out. Just as you think there's no place else to turn, a rainbow shows up in your backyard. And the support, teaching, the tips, and the aha moments is the pot of gold that gets you through all of this. Caregiver Haven is so much more than friends you can hang with. These caregivers are doing the things they love in life, and they're not letting caregiving stop them. But even more exciting are the professionals across the country who have said to me, Suzanne, how can we help? How can we jump on this with you? How can we make a difference? We want to share our expertise. We want to tell caregivers what we know works. We want to help too. And I say, absolutely. The doctors, the nurses, the PAs, the nurse practitioners, the home health agencies, the pharmacists, the elder law attorneys, the life insurance policies, the medical billing clerks. So many people have come to me and said, we can show you, or we can show your caregivers how to make this so much easier. And I have said, absolutely, let's do it. So what is in this subscription? If you've joined my wait list, then you've already been invited to join. If not, then go ahead and sign up today. Your first subscription will start in January. So Suzanne, you might ask, why are we waiting until January? It seems like the wrong time to start because it's right after the holidays. Well, I'll tell you, if we don't start in January, the year will be half gone before we start and get anything done. You know this to be true. So we're going to have 2 seminars a month, and they're going to pertain to one of the 4 categories that we talk about in the Ultimate Caregiver's Guide Toolkit. And if you have the binder, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're also going to have a daily solution teaching emails every day. I'm going to show you how to file these. Now, you may not need this tip right now, but it will be at your fingertips when you're starting to get into a crisis and you need help. So I'm going to show you how to organize your whole subscription file. It's just one of your many solutions. And then the exclusive private Facebook group, because you cannot be without the help of professionals and friends alike to give you their thoughts, ideas, and solutions. And you have to have a place to ask for this kind of help. Take what works for you. Leave the rest and give back to the community what worked for you. Share your successes. Then you'll get 20% off the workbooks and documents as we continue to put them out. Legal issues are always changing, laws are changing, and we want the elder law attorneys to stay on top of it and give us this information. And so I need to push this out to you on a consistent basis. And again, have it so organized that you know exactly where to look and where to go for the answers that you're going to need. And last but not least are the free caregiving products that we're going to offer to you. Much of it that you're going to see is a peek behind the curtain of what us professionals deal with every day in our lives. If you've been a professional, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are things you know about your career that so many people don't know. We want to share and share and share. We want you to see the mistakes that so many people make, and we want to prevent them. Caregiving is a journey. So I can't give you just a course and have it end in 6 weeks. It's not what caregiving's about. A subscription service pulls you through some pretty tough times. And as I said before, I charge over $200 an hour for my services. But your subscription is only $37 a month for the freedom, the confidence, the courage, and the control you deserve. Click below, sign up today, and we'll all see you on the inside. Take care.